Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Rakak double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and shalom to the mighty Akim and Aqua out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. And today's topic is going to be entitled, It Will Only Hurt for a Moment. Alright? So the reason why I'm doing this lesson is because I just want to let Israel know basically that the trials and tribulations that we're going to be facing, during Jacob's trouble, or just in general, being in this truth when things are coming to an end. I just want to let you know that it's comparatively going to be a very short trial that we're going to go through compared to what we're used to now, or just being in captivity in general, because that's all our lives. But then when the actual climax comes, the actual real hard part, it's not going to be a long time. All right. And I'm gonna show that with Slaki. I'm gonna show that with scriptures. Okay. So firstly, Daniel chapter 12 from the top. And at that time shall Michael stand up, and the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Okay, so now, firstly, all right, it says there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Okay, so basically, that basically means that it's going to be a very trying time. Like, it's going to be worse than it's ever been before. Okay, so that's basically the short rundown of that. So, and going on to it, while it is going to be a very, like, the worst time ever, at the same time we're going to be delivered, because as it is saying, at that time thy people shall be delivered. Okay, so during the worst time, we're going to be delivered if we are part of, if the Most High decides to have mercy on us, being a part of the 1/3. All right, so now so that ties in to what I was saying. So basically, you have to understand that yes, it's going to be a very trying time. Like, they could be torturing you, trying to kill you, or anything horrible. You can imagine something horrible. Maybe you can think something. It's worse than what you think. Okay, but at the end of the day, the main thing is that you're going, during that time, the Most High is able to deliver you, and He may deliver you, or you may die. Okay, and that's where verse 2 comes in. Okay, because some of us have to die as martyrs. All right, but if you die as a martyr, all right, we read verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Okay, so if you die during that if you die during that time of trouble, and then when you wake up, you're gonna be basically in the kingdom. Okay, you're basically gonna be, all that trouble is gonna be done. So if you die, then you were lucky enough to avoid some of the worst things that they could have done. All right, but if you're actually going through the the difficulties, then that's you will be delivered. All right. So like there's mercy, and there's those two separate instances of mercy, and basically it's not going to be that bad, because a lot of people, most people will be afraid of dying, or afraid of the pain of dying, but after you get past that, it's smooth sailing. All right. And a precept to that is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So as we were saying, there's not going to be a day worse than Jacob's trouble. Okay. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay. So that's basically what it is. Jacob's trouble, it's going to be the worst that it's ever been for Israel, but as it's written, we will be saved out of it. Okay, if you have faith in the Most High YAHAWASHI, and the Most High Yahweh decides to have mercy on you, then He can save you. He can prevent you from dying, or you could die and then or you could die and then you can wake up to everlasting life. And I believe there's a precept to that. I think this is harder to find, but let me see. It's in I believe Second Esdras or Tobit. Slakia, one moment. I think I have it here. Slakia, one moment. Okay, Second Esdras, chapter 13. Okay. Verse 23. Okay, so 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 23. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself, that they that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. All right. So if you endure the peril of Jacob's trouble, and basically hold fast, stay faithful and whatnot. Basically, you'll get to, I guess, live through, and you'll basically be delivered. All right. But they that be fallen into danger are such as have works. So those that have done the work, preached this gospel, done what the Most High wanted them to do, to push out this word and truth so that we can be delivered. All right. Or tried to fulfill the prophecy of spreading this truth to the four corners. All right. Verse 24. Know this, therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. That they which be left behind are more blessed than they that are dead. So, okay, here. So basically, they that are Slakia, they which be left behind are more blessed, meaning that they that are actually going through the tribulations, having needing to endure, having to suffer, for the sake of this truth. Okay, they're going to be more blessed than they that are dead, because the ones that are dead, they get to wake up to everlasting life. All right. And so another precept, going into basically understanding the quickness or the swiftness of said punishment. Psalm chapter 30 verse 5. For his love, Slakia. Psalm chapter 30 verse 5. For his anger endureth but a moment. In his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Okay, so like it says, his anger endureth but a moment. So it's only for a moment, okay? It's temporary. Because after his anger subsides, then when we have his favor, we're going to have life. All right? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So after you get past the night, then you're going to experience the joy, all right, of having gone through that chastisement or punishment or the wrath of the Most High, YAHAWASHI. All right? And another precept, Isaiah chapter 54, verse 7. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. Okay, so we've been forsaken for a small moment. Okay, understand that the trials and tribulations that we have to go through, it will be for a small moment. Furthering what I was saying, how when things get really crazy and all the Jacob's trouble actually comes and all the troubles actually comes, we're not going to be going through it 100%. It's only going to be for a moment, and then we're going to be delivered, or we're going to have to die as martyrs. All right. And with great mercies will the Most High gather us. We're going to be gathered and delivered out of our peril. All right. And the final precept, Slakia, this just froze on me. Hopefully, it does not close down. Okay, second Slakia, it just froze on me. Let me get it in my actual thing. In 2 Chronicles, Slakia, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse Slakia. A moment, it's messing up. Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. All right. So it's not a light affliction. It's going to be bad, basically, but at the end of the day, what we're going through is going to reward us heavily. It's going to reward us greatly. All right, that's basically the takeaway from it. All right, so Baba shall understand that we have to go through, trials and tribulations, and when I'm not saying to prepare for the worst, but basically just understand that when the time comes, it's when the actual trouble comes, it's not going to be very long thing, because you can think like for example, like when Jake gets pulled over by the cops, like you instinctively you get extremely scared, all right, but then at the end of the day, if he just gives you a ticket or whatever, then that just passes, all right. So basically that's the same thing. So yes, it's going to be a very trying time, and it's going to be, you might be afraid of it, which you shouldn't be afraid of it. Don't fear man, don't fear man, which can only destroy the body, but fear the Most High Yahawah, that can destroy both body and soul, all right, and the spirit Slakia. So at the end of the day, it's only going to be, it's a light affliction, okay, comparatively, compared to our eternal weight of glory that we're waiting on, all right. So again, understand that we have to go through the trial and tribulation. It will only hurt for a second, and then after that we will get our glory, all right. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadah. And I hope this lesson was edifying. And with that, I want to say Shalom.